Okay, we are live right now. I am not on camera yet, but I will be in a sec. Okay, cool. It says on air, and I can technically read the chat. Hey, what's up, Team Red, Team Clock? And just want to check one thing over here. Looks like we're at the right size, which is great. I don't know what all these buttons do. That's okay. Perfect. Well, despite the settings I've selected, it's decided for me. So, welcome. Hey, what's up, CJ? How's it going? You have arrived. Hopefully everyone's all right. Yes. Oh, thank you, CJ. Yeah, my mom decided on the layout of this kitchen, gosh, almost a decade ago at this point, which is actually kind of crazy to think about. How's your day going, by the way? Good to see you, man. I decided today we are going to make some orange juice. It's just a fun little activity I had in mind. Also, let me know if this plant is in the way. Um, Hi, Zosie. How are you doing? Good to see you. I made the chat extra large for my little eyes to see. I'm looking at it on the TV right now. So, what's up, Panda? The plant is definitely in the way. Okay, I will move it right now. Um, I was going to stream getting the oranges, but put it this way. I initially planned to go live around 4:45, 5-ish, but setting up just for this shot is like one man doing the entire job of a film crew. So I thought, you know what? We're just not going to get to the orange picking section. Maybe another day. As I practice this more, it'll expedite the process more than likely. But for now, this is we just the oranges have magically materialized here. It's my job to be mean to him. Sorry. I love it when the title specifically says Tough Mental Health Day. Panda's like, all right, we got to remind him. We got to show him what's up, how hard life really is. Rome knows me picking on him is out of of course, I know. I love you too, Panda. I appreciate you every day, all that you do, and your endless support for years of, I was going to say the stream, but really just everything. So I appreciate you. Okay, so let me go ahead and move this. Um, does this stand up? Oh, it does. That's kind of nice. Look at that. We've got this magical floating microphone. Put it over here since this is where I'm going to be working. You know, I could just actually attach the mic to my shirt, but well, whatever. I'm being extra. Let me move the plants first. Actually, maybe even the plants and the. Oh, I did not want that in my mouth. It's too bad. It looked kind of nice, but this bowl is probably in the way too. So let's clear some space here. And part of the reason why we're stuck with this particular setup is because um, where there's only so many places I can plug in the cameras. So, oh, my mom's home. She's gonna be like, "What the hell's going on in here?" I'm doing okay. Feeling a little paralyzed today. It would have been much easier for me to just go live and play Helldivers. In fact, I was contemplating doing a no cam stream just because I feel so gross right now. But for whatever reason, I just ushered forth the effort to do a stream that's way more technically complicated than that. So, whatever, just how it is. Let's steal Rome's oranges. Oh no. Actually, there are plenty for you to steal. You guys remember from my last stream where I was um actually outside and picking the oranges? There are a ton. So don't worry, there's plenty to go around. What's up, Petty? How are you doing? Good to see you. You cooking us something? I'm just making some orange juice. Just some ice stuff. Hi there. How are you? Um Panda says hi. What's up, Neutral? How's it going? Good to see you. What are you doing today? I'm assuming I ever get to. I'm making some orange juice. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. The text is so small. Rome, is it always Hell It's not always Helldivers. I mean, I've done some backroom games the last couple months, but I've just been so addicted to that game recently because they finally added things that suit my particular playstyle. Like all of the stealth mechanics that have been included in the game are just, it makes me so happy. I'm normally accustomed to playing stealth games by myself, single player, but now that I can actually help my teammates using the skills that I enjoyed using as a kid in video games, it's just like, it's a whole new thing for me. What's up, Kaiju? Good to see you for democracy. Yo. All right. What's up, Zaddy? How are you? Squint. I'm trying. I'm trying. The TV is just so far away. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's what CJ was saying. Um, so my mom decided we should get a remodel like close to a decade ago, and this was the layout that she wanted. So that you can't see it, but the dining room table is behind the camera, and then this is an island, and then the stove is over here. So I'm one of those oranges. You are, in fact, actually, the orange that I signed for you and then the one for Glory, I have those on my coffee table. This is a nice little reminder. I call dibs on the sink. Oh my gosh. For democracy. Okay, here we go. Let's get started. I am going to position this right here. Hopefully it doesn't fall. And I'll just talk to you guys while we get started. So, got my orange maker here. This is probably blocking it as well. The plants have moved from the foreground to the background, so we'll try to do it this way. So this is a decent batch I picked out actually a couple days ago. And hopefully these are good, but we'll see. I'm debating if I should add ice to this or not. It's not as hot as it was a few days ago, and I really needed to throw some ice in the drinks. But we'll just try these and see how they are. Let me grab a knife real quick, and then we'll get started. I hope you guys are enjoying the music. I will say it was kind of a pain setting up for this stream, mainly because you have to do a lot of running back and forth between because I'm actually streaming off my computer right now, and we are live on 3 platforms. So there's another phone, which is kind of the behind the scenes phone. And by behind the scenes, I just mean that's behind the other camera. Let's go ahead and wash these real quick. I don't remember if this is in frame or not, so forgive me if it isn't. Just get these ready to go, and then I'll grab a cutting board here in a second. Whoops. Dropping leaves all over the house. Eek. There we go. I prefer not to have the stem or the leaves in my face, so to pull those off beforehand. And awesome. Our small cutting board is off to the side over here, so I'll grab that in a second. And normally I use 6 or 7 because that's what my mom used when she showed me. But I think 5 will do if we're just making one glass. Dang, these things really want to put up a fight. All right. Did I miss anything? You can't hear me. I took hang on one sec. I'm gonna get closer to the TV real quick. You guys aren't gonna see me for a moment, but you'll hear me. So, at least I hope you will. What's up, y'all? I need Mama Rum to design a kitchen for me. I took a mental health day today too. I drove all the way through the Angeles National Forest in the morning, came home and jumped in the pool for like 2 hours, and then grilled burgers for a late lunch. That sounds like a really nice day, Zaddy. I'm glad you did that for yourself. Thank you for doing that, Panda. I really appreciate it. He's putting more rat seasoning in his cornflakes. Yes. How did you know? Rat seasoning is probably my favorite addition to any meal I have, specifically cereal. I'm actually curious where you learned that recipe, Lily. 6 or 7? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was just a little too much unk status to remember. Don't forget to reply to my okay, I will remember to take a look. Hey, I appreciate that, CJ. That means a lot. Okay. So here we go. Now that I'm sort of caught up. Let me get my cutting board here. We just need a little one, right? Little one will do. I'll try to make sure that the mic doesn't get like orange juice all over it. It's like a safe distance, right? Thanks, CJ. I appreciate that. Okay, so we'll start by cutting these like so. Would it be better if I just clips the mic chat? Hang on. Let me do that real quick. I feel so weird. I feel so weird having it so far away. So mind your ears for a second, chat. I'm going to try to mute it remotely. If I can. I don't think I can. Okay, everyone just mind your ears. Okay, hopefully I didn't cause any damage there, but now this is much better. All right. Now my hands are available and you guys can hear me. Granted, I didn't really level out the audio for this, but that's okay. Just the more you know, the lesson learned, right? Okay, so we've got our first two here. I think I will cut all of these first before we start juicing. I have this bad habit, chat, when it comes to doing tasks or activities, where I will do every step of the first thing instead of just doing one step for all the things, if that makes sense. So, for example, with oranges, I have a bad habit of cutting one orange, juicing said orange, grabbing the next orange, cutting that one, then juicing that one. If it were really bad, I'd be taking the stems off each orange individually and then washing them. Just, it's not as efficient, but it's a way that my brain has always worked. So I have to consciously think about doing the other way, doing it like this, which is easier, but doesn't feel quite as convenient in the moment. It doesn't feel as exciting. I shouldn't say convenient. So. Um, show us your amazing. I don't have amazing knife skills. It's just, it's good that it's easy to cut through an orange. Muting ASMR. You're great at trying new things even if it makes you nervous. Oh, thank you. Such a good Daft Punk song. Oh, it's too bad I can barely hear it. It's coming from the TV, but I have it turned down so it doesn't feed back into the mic. Thank you, guys. That's very sweet of you to say. It's funny. I sort of take after my mom. Anytime I hear compliments like that, it's like, oh God. It's kind of uncomfortable because, and Panda, you've told me about this before. That feeling of imposter syndrome. People will say nice things about you and you're like, oh, I don't deserve that. Whether it's true or not. It's just like your brain will kind of be mean to you. Okay. But thank you. I want to acknowledge that. I really appreciate those kind words. I'm going to grab a glass so that we can get started. Another thing too, because, sometimes setups like this can be a little overwhelming. I'm thinking about the camera, the audio, I'm trying to read the chat, and as well as, do seemingly a simple activity, but you'd be surprised how complicated it is. It really helps when I talk myself through everything that I'm doing. That way you guys know what's going on, and I know what's going on. Oh, of course you can share that, Panda. Yes, I was having a really tough time at the end of 2023. It was November. I think we've discussed this story before, but I remember I was near the auto shop where I take my car into, which, by the way, it reminds me, I really need to do that. That's one of the things I've been putting off. It's just taking care of my car, man. That's a real source of stress. But anywho, so I was having a difficult time just thinking about the past. I was planning for a short film, and my creative partner in that endeavor dropped out at the last minute because of creative differences that we had. And so I remember leaving the car shop and FaceTiming Panda and just being a mess. Like, oh, I was in tears. It was a disaster. And she booked a flight and flew over. And we had a really awesome time. Not only did she help me find the tree that you guys have seen in my streaming room, but we just played games. Like, we hopped on Halo. Our other friend at the time, she came over and we were just doing couch co-op on the Xbox, which that was a nice throwback to, gaming from the past. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate Panda for being that support during that time. And yes, Sozi, imposter syndrome. That is, yeah, that's tough. Do you care if I share your list? No, I don't care. You can share it. If you find it, if you think it'll be helpful, Panda, you can share it. It's long, so I'll do each. Friend who never fails to offer support or listening ear. I love how I'm like reading these like an old, like just those you hold dear, and even those that try. Yeah. I feel like I have not been as supportive of the people that drive me bananas because I have learned to set boundaries. But No, that's more specific to, oh gosh, I can't believe that's been 2 years already. For the specific example I'm thinking of. Imagine how Rome looked younger. The same. The only difference now is I look like, I just crawled out of a rat's nest, but everyone says I just look the same. Let's make the strawberry. Yeah, let's make strawberry lemonade. That would be fun. That's another thing I need to do is make lemonade. Afraid to admit that they love. It's still hard for me to admit sometimes. But thank you for saying that, Panda. It's really hard to admit. And it's not always conscious. It's just something that you believe to be right because it's been ingrained in you since a young age. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, that was awesome. We're dropping our origin stories. I love to hear all of your guys' origin stories. But I'm going to take a pause on reading and I'm actually going to get started with the juicing, okay? So if this is too loud, let me know. You can put in all caps, rage, message in chat if you want. You're like, Rome, the sound of that juicer is too loud, okay? I can't actually mute from here, so I'm going to need to go over to my computer if it's an issue. And then I'll just get through these as quickly as possible and unmute if it's a problem. All right, here we go. I wonder if you guys can still hear me if I talk over that. Probably not. Okay, that's one. Yeah, I think being comfortable with platonic love is very important. I think, it's very the basic sort of mindset is you can be loving and affectionate with your partner, but saying anything like that to a friend, like saying it to a friend that you love them is kind of, for some guys, feels a little odd, especially if it's like from one guy to another. But, it's okay. Having real interactions like that can be awkward and uncomfortable, so it's okay. All right. He's already a villain. He's making orange juice and I'm not getting any. Well, listen, if you want me to ship the orange juice to you, I could, but I don't know how good it would be by then, to be quite frank. I wish I could read everything you just wrote, Panda. I have it maxed out, but it's still so tiny because it's far away. I'm glad I got it up on the TV though. Oh, you know what I should have done? Just cast it to my... It's okay. Lesson for next time. Use the laptop. Imagine having this man as your coach. There's a minimum... That's a joke, Betty. I mean, it's kind of a joke. Obviously, we did have standards in esports that I wanted my players to stand up to, but it was less about the actual performance. Like when I say this is the minimum standard in game, obviously I'm joking. But I think the most important standard that I wanted the players to have was a sense of responsibility for their teammates, for their own growth. I didn't think playing Overwatch or Call of Duty or Halo really well was the point. I think it was the trouble and the effort you went through to improve, taking that experience and hopefully transferring it to some aspect of your real life was the entire goal. Because that's what it was for me. I mean, when I was playing Halo Master Chief Collection back in like 2014 when that game came out. And I was still doing parkour at the time. Like I was practicing pretty heavily, like still looking to progress. And I found there to be a lot of crossover between how I approached grinding out new moves and free running versus like trying to learn new map movements in Halo. Granted, one is just pressing buttons on a control, and the other one utilizes your physical body. But the process, to me, feels the same. Feels the same as like getting better at squeezing oranges. Like you see all these oranges here, you could compare that to every attempt you make to do a crouch jump from one ledge to the top of BR3 on, gosh, what's the map called? Lockout in Halo 2. So that is why, that is the takeaway I want the esports players to get in high school and college. It was more complicated than the backrooms. Oh boy. Well, I would hope so. The beauty of the backrooms is how simplistic it is, and all the lore is sort of independently invented by different people. So. He's not reading my I am so sorry. I'm not intentionally skipping any messages. I am looking down and looking up and reading the first one I see. Thank you for sharing these with us. You're welcome. I love you too, Papas. I did not miss that, Dilf Zaddy. And yes, Panda put together an amazing list. You're the best partner I could ever ask for. Gentle, kind support. Listen, chat. There was no intent, and maybe it's just me being hard on myself. There's no intention of this being like, you know, let's hype Rome up, or I don't want to use the word pity party because I appreciate everything you're saying. That sounds insulting, but you know, thank you. I just want to say thank you. And I know there are some creators who are like, all right, you know what? Let me leverage the adoration of the people that watch me to feel better about myself. That wasn't the intention at all. I just, you know, wanted to be honest about the day I was having. And dude, I almost didn't stream, to be quite honest. I was like, maybe I'll say, here, I'm gonna take a pause for a second. So I have not posted a video in like 2 weeks. Okay. I had done one every single day since the beginning of January, and I just had a real burnout moment. And worse than the other burnout moments, because other times it was like I'd miss a day and then I'd come back and then I'd miss another one, and it was like sprinting and then getting tired and then sprinting again. This was just I tried to jog a little slower, and I made content every day, but just something wasn't working. And a lot of it comes down to the fact that, you know, I don't have any income, right? And if I want to do things that will help me take care of myself, like I think about playing paintball all the time, I only feel comfortable playing if I know I have money accumulating in the bank, right? Because it's a very expensive sport. And the idea that I could just take what I have saved right now and burn through it because I'm feeling bad just doesn't sit right with me. Like I will go to the field and just feel uncomfortable. So I'm realizing this isn't working. The other thing too, like I mentioned a second ago with my car, the car needs to be taken care of, and I haven't set aside time for anything during the week other than making videos. And that's not healthy. You know, if I'm just relying on like, hey, mom's making dinner tonight and that's the meal I'm gonna have, that's not balanced. That's not balanced. So basically, I had a moment where I realized I need to figure out something else so that I can enjoy making content. And Panda actually said this, it really stuck out to me in an important way, was I posted a Patreon video and I talked about getting serious about creating again. And she left a comment saying whether it's serious or for fun. I'm paraphrasing, but the emphasis I noticed was on the for fun. And I was like, well, that's weird because I'm trying to do it seriously. But I'm realizing the more stakes I put in content creation, the more I'm like, it has to go viral. It has to do well. It has to make me money. The less it works. The times videos have really worked for me is just when it wasn't that big of a deal. What's up, Alex? Good to see you. How are you doing today? By the way, we need to dive. I'm going to call you out for that. We need to go, we need to do some dives. But anywho, yeah, so I spoke to a close friend of mine, who's sort of my mentor at this point in my life, and she told me that I should consider potentially going back to school to study ASL, to do to become an ASL interpreter. That's a ton of work. It you know, it is something that interests me, but I also need to get out of this mental rut in order to, register for classes and things like that. Which, by the way, the deadline is coming up fairly quickly because I want to get started by summer. The other option is I could go back to working for the county like I did for a while, but then I won't be able to do anything. So just things to think about. And, even if I hadn't made videos, I showed up to go live. Instead of making lemons from lemonade, we're making orange juice. I also take time to stream when I'm actually free and ready to have that fun. I have a fiance. I like adventuring and eating food with nowadays. Right, right. Yeah, yeah, you have other obligations in your life, and that's totally understandable. But also, why aren't you live? I'm kidding. It makes a huge difference when your viewers are seeing that you're just having. Yeah, it does. It does. Hey, what's up, Glory? Good to see you. It's sometimes it's hard, man. Like with Helldivers, I go back and I look at the streams, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You're just playing the game. You're not engaging with anyone. Even though that's what I really like doing. It's just playing Helldivers on stream. I don't know. This, for example, what I'm doing right now, this is way more. This was all the effort that went into setting this up is like, what would make the viewer's experience better? When I'm playing Helldivers, it's just like, I want to hang out and play games. Just, have some chat off to the side, What's up, Daddy's Max? I am making orange juice right now. How full is this thing? We're getting pretty close to full. Well, we only have 4 more, so let's get this done. Very tough, Daddy's Max, very tough. I'm just making orange juice and talking about life. What else do you need? Okay, 3 more of these. And then we'll see how it came out. I'm still debating if I want to add the ice or not. Add ice, why not? Yeah, maybe I will. I'll give it a taste test first. This is the pulp rich. Now, I forgot to add a poll on Team Red today, but I'm curious. I want to hear your guys' thoughts in chat. Do you prefer juice with or without pulp? Right? Okay. Am I gonna be able to lift this thing out of here? Ugh, it's so orangey. There's nowhere to grab it. I think I'm gonna pour it first and then I'll do it. Just wash my hands real quick. Extra pulp. Yes, I feel that. I feel that, Panda. We are both in the extra pulp gang. All right. Let's see. Where's the ice? Whoa. Oh boy. Bro, I need a hammer for this. Give me 1 second, chat. Yeah. Gotta do some Minecraft real quick. Gotta mine some ice. This is somewhat measly amount, but it's actually perfect for me. I'm not someone who typically gets their, like if I go to a restaurant where with the dispenser, I don't get ice with my drinks. Why is this ice sticking to me? I feel like that one kid who gets his like tongue stuck on the pole because it's frozen. All right, that's perfect. Here we go. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See about 5 oranges. Oh, that's almost a full glass. That's pretty good. All right. This is for you, chat. Don't worry, y'all get some love. Let me go to the other camera. For you, chat. Thank you for being such amazing, supportive, incredible viewers on stream. Some orange juice for you. Straight from the tree. Oh boy. That is pulpy and tangy. Much more than I anticipated. I wonder if I can move y'all to the couch. Nope, once again, it comes down to the positioning of the outlet. All right. Clean this up real quick. While I read what else you guys are saying. That man go. I'm gonna enter Rome's chicken. Make him a smoothie. Oh, whoops. Hang on, sorry, that's the fridge. Eeh. Actually, let me put this ice away. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I put the mic on my shirt. This would have been really hard had I tried to handhold it the entire time and gotten juice all over it. Oh, another sip. Mm. That is tasty. That tastes like not Minute Maid. That's for sure. Nothing wrong with Minute Maid. Like on a hot day when you're super thirsty and that's the only option, amazing. But, not ideal. I am going to take these outside so I can put them in the compost. Let's see if I can do this with no hands. There we go. And I will be right back. I apologize if... Actually, you guys can probably still be able to hear me. You just won't see me for a second. And it might be a little windy. I don't have the filter on. Let's go down. You know what I feel like right now? Remember that story years ago? I think Britney Spears was in the house. good. See, if I had some kind of like, I need a camera person for this, or like a mobile battery unit just for the microphones. Oh, just any excuse to get more tech toys, right? I'm gonna leave the door open because it's quite pleasant outside. I really want to take you guys outside. I'm gonna check the battery levels on these cameras and maybe we can spend the sunset out there a little bit at least. And enjoy some of that orange juice in a nicer setting, you know what I mean? What happened? You can't hear anything? Oh, it was losing connection. Okay. Oh, I remember those days. The doggo from Roll20, the one that almost got taken out so unnecessarily. So for anyone who doesn't know that story, Alex, who by the way you should check out his stream AXF Play Gaming, he is really great about setting up like online role-playing stuff for us. We've tried different things, like I think I found AI Dungeon, which was just so goofy, and then we were playing something called Roll20, and there were 4 of us, and someone decided, I think Panda found a dog, right? Panda found a dog, or like tried to tame an enemy wolf out in the wild, and someone in our party like tried to take it out. I was like, that says a lot about you. But yeah, that dog actually, thankfully they rolled really low, if I remember correctly, and the dog survived. So, oh my God, what is going on? I don't think I can do another shot. No worries, no worries. For Globo, I was streaming Helldivers. No, I wasn't streaming. I was playing the other day, and people just started randomly shouting, like, for France, for Rhode Island. And I, of course, had to include my obligatory for Globo. And for context, this was when we were playing AI Dungeon. Basically, the AI is the DM and will respond based on the prompts that you give it as to like what your character is doing. And for some reason, like we decided to fight each other. Like we were trying to turn on each other, but the AI just could not accept this and kept turning it back to the adversaries, which by the way, you also couldn't fight them. You could just yell back and forth like you were about to fight. and for some reason, one of us yelled, for Globo. Just hallucination at its finest. Okay, let me think about this for a moment. Actually, let me check battery levels. See if we're overheating. CPU overloaded. Nice. Let's check this other one. Also, I won't be able to read chat, just a heads up. But we'll spend maybe 5 or 10 minutes out there. We'll go outside. For cheese. Yes, for Havarti. For Havarti. Okay. We're going to take... Actually, let's take Team Clock and Team Red out there first. They can be the guinea pigs. And then Team Purple, you guys will be next. See, this is what I'm working with here, chat. We got all kinds of setups going here. 2 cameras, 2 tripods. I wonder if there is a device that can hold 2 cameras. One in vertical, one in horizontal. That's incredibly niche, but yeah, whatever. Oh, that's very pretty. This will be our backdrop. And let me tilt that a little bit. Perfect. And now Team Purple, you guys are coming with me. And I think we'll go back to handheld because it actually has wind protection on it. So that'll be much better. And we are moving these side by side. Go. Make sure this is level. Oh God, has it not been level this whole time? And we'll take this chair out here. Get those last sort of glimpses of sunlight before it goes completely down. Just enjoy our orange juice. And mind your ears real quick because I'm going to switch back to the handheld. Switching in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Here we go. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna read the chat one more time real quick before I can't see it. Yes, it's very nice. I was running late for the stream, but the timing ended up kind of nicely, actually. It's already dark for you. You're 3 hours ahead, right, CJ? I say that like I'm gonna be able to read your response. But I will, don't worry, I will read chat before. Oh, we almost forgot the most important thing. Orange juice. By the way, Glory, I still have the signed orange that I did with you and Senpai. So, oh, it looks like I lost my son. That's okay. There's a little bit right here. Yeah, there's a little bit still. This is very strange. I normally don't sit facing this direction because the backyard is this way, but oh well. I get to look at and hang out with you guys. So, yeah, I mean, I haven't been enjoying games in a very long time, but something about Helldivers has just like it started to scratch that itch that I had when I was a kid, and it's just because of the mechanics. It's the fact that I don't have to pay for things in the game. I can just grind for them. That's really helpful. And by the way, I do have some more videos done. Is there a kitty back there? No? I have some more videos ready to go. I just need to publish them. I don't need to. They'll they'll be published when the time is right. It's always nice when Zosie is here because she reminds me to go into the backyard and pay attention to the natural beauty that is here and that's all around us every day. That's easy to get distracted from. Quick update. Saturday, I did something that was really difficult for me. As you guys know, some of you know, I work on a podcast with Obi-Wan. It's a show that he started. He wanted to do a podcast, and I learned how to do all the technical stuff to get it started. Anyways, he had the idea of doing an episode about my time in Brazil. In order to prepare for this, I did a live stream where I talked about my experience in Brazil. It's kind of a practice run. And that live stream was unexpectedly challenging for me. Some stuff came up that wasn't easy for me to talk about. Um, and the podcast was an elongated version of that. So normally we aim for 40 minutes to an hour. This was our longest episode at 2 hours. I believe it's our longest. We may have had another 2 hour, but this one just went way longer than I anticipated. And the stuff that came up discussing that experience was just, it was hard, man. And I didn't think it would be. Because it's been so long, you know? But I just wanted to share that. I have no idea when it's coming out. But when it's ready, I'll let you know. And the reason I don't know when it's coming out is because I'm the one editing it. It's gonna be a beast to try to put together. Because I was yapping so much. Have a little bit more orange juice. And then we'll head inside. Chat with y'all for a little bit. And then I think we will call it there. Again, I really appreciate all of the kind words, and that was completely unexpected, by the way. The things that you were saying, Zosie, CJ, Panda, Petty, that just is very, very kind of you. So thank you. Thank you again for being so supportive. Oh, also speaking of Helldivers, I've been having a really good time playing with Dilf Zaddy. I'm looking forward to our next session, man. I'm not sure if you're in chat right now. I'm trying to glance at the TV through. Can I see it through the window? Hang on. Oh, I actually can. Oh, I'm so sorry. You got a 1 minute ad, CJ? The signed oranges, surprisingly, are in pristine condition. I don't know why. They have not turned into prunes yet. But I will go and inspect them closer. They look fine to me. Yes, I'm still drinking the orange juice. Yes, you will be able to listen to it, CJ. It's just going to take me a while to edit it because it's 2 hours. Take care, Panda. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you and have a wonderful evening. Oh my God, it's like a freaking Air Force over me. Yes, um that was perfect timing, Zosie. I was not expecting to be working on that episode that long, but you came in at the right moment. Have a good night, Panda. Take care, CJ. Thanks for coming through. You know what? I think maybe because I was able to read chat just now, I'm just going to call it here. I'm going to say real quick, thank you guys once again. And, you know, the plan is, what's today, Monday? Yeah, today's Monday. Jesus. I hope you have a fantastic week. Thank you for hanging out with me while I made some orange juice. And I look forward to seeing you at the end of the week on Friday. And I'm not sure yet what I have planned for that, but it's more than likely going to be Helldivers. I've been thinking about doing some no cam streams a little while, but I don't know. So I'm just thinking aloud right now. But anyways, enjoy this awkward silence while I walk over to my computer and figure out how to turn everything off. All right. Take care. See you, Team Purple. See you, Team Red and Team Clock. Much love. I mean, I suppose I could just talk while I head over there. Makes it a little less weird, right? Looks like the stream's held out pretty well. Take care, CJ. Have a good one. Zozie, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for getting everyone up to speed with what I was discussing. Thank you, Glory, for coming by and hanging out. Yes, have an awesome week. Be gentle with yourselves, as Panda always says. And thank you again for being wonderful. I will talk to you soon. Much love.